Welcome, Deronda here with Foods 101. Today I want to show you how to make a fettuccine alfredo sauce. Very simple and easy to do. The ingredients you're going to need is 1 cup of heavy whipping cream, 1/4 of a teaspoon of fresh cracked pepper, 1 garlic clove, this size. I've minced it finely, running a knife back and forth through it, 1/2 cup of butter or 1 stick of butter, 1 cup of your grated Parmesan cheese. I use the 3 cheese blend, very simple and easy, but if you want to grate it yourself, you may. 8 ounces of your fettuccine pasta. If you'd like to double this recipe and use that whole 1-pound box of fettuccine, you may. Let me show you how we're going to get this started. In a 2-quart saucepan over medium-high heat, I'm adding my butter. Once the butter's almost melted, I'm adding in that garlic and the pepper, and the heat from the butter will release the oils from that garlic and pepper. Let this saute for about 30 seconds. Next, we're going to add all the Parmesan cheese. Add the Parmesan cheese first because you want to get it melting before we add that heavy whipping cream. After 30 seconds, we're adding the heavy whipping cream. We're going to turn down our heat to medium-low. Heat these ingredients until they start bubbling around the edge of our pan here. Continue stirring. You see how it's slightly bubbling around the edge here? You're going to cover it and remove it off the heat. I've got 4 quarts of water boiling over high heat. I'm adding a tablespoon of salt. Add your salt to the water after it boils so it won't scorch the bottom of your saucepan. I'm adding my fettuccine. I'm going to get them down there in the water. We're going to let these cook for 12 minutes. Make sure you get your noodles down there in the water. Bring it back to the boil and time it for 12 minutes. About every 3 minutes, give your noodles a little tossing so they won't stick together. To slice your basil leaves, I stack them on top of each other. And at the large end, I start rolling them up. And we want these thin little strips of basil to mimic our fettuccine pasta. And go all the way to the end. And as you can see, look at these lovely little curls of basil. Fettuccine noodles have cooked. Take a serving size, about as much as you want. Let the water drip off, and it's going to go right over here into this fettuccine alfredo sauce. We're going to give it a lovely little tossing onto a serving plate. Look how fantastic that is. Oh, mine, it smells fantastic. Gotta get a little bit more on there. Add a little bit of fresh basil to the top, and look how beautiful that is. Gotta give it a taste. I love the smell of the garlic in it. The basil is going to be absolutely fantastic. So here we go. Whoa, the Parmesan cheese. The heavy whipping cream, the butter makes it just so rich. And nobody's going to believe that you made this homemade Alfredo sauce. It's that delicious. Give it a try. Give me thumbs up, leave me a comment, hit that notification bell to be the first to get my new YouTube food videos. Thanks a million for watching, and I'll catch you lovely people later.